Graduate and professional students everywhere know the challenges of time management to study, teach, conduct research, and fit in time of their lives outside of graduate school.
The biggest challenges that I face personally in graduate school is that time management is always an issue, and there's so many opportunities and great things to do here that really selecting which ones you have to do and narrowing it down is probably the hardest thing for me.
So managing, making sure that you have enough time to do the things that you've said yes to, that you've agreed to, and knowing when you don't have time to do extra things and when you need to say no.
Really just getting out of bed and getting after it with putting everything else on hold.
I juggle a lot, so I have 2 kids, graduate school, and then working as the director.
There is so many things to get involved with, and I think it's important to realize that as a graduate student, you still have that freedom to get involved. It's not, the clubs on here, the organizations on campus are not just for undergraduates.
Generally speaking, graduate students are extremely passionate and work very hard, and it's hard to find sometimes the motivation to work at 10 p.m. after you've worked all day.
Fires will come up, emergencies will come up, things that you have to handle with little notice. So it's an exercise in planning so that you know how to be flexible.
As a graduate or professional student, it can be hard to plan, organize, and find motivation. But UA graduate and professional students, like graduate and professional students everywhere, are incredible people.
The key is organization. You got to really know how to prioritize your time from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed.
I think it's connecting emotional positivity to the intellectual work you have to do.
It's basically you just do one thing after the next, and that's it. You can't focus too far into the future, otherwise you get burned out.
So a lot of times I'll make lists for myself, and so kind of separate it into what I need to do for my family, what I need to do for school, and what I need to do for work, and kind of prioritize them depending on what's more important and what's more immediate.
Especially take time for myself, and whether it's a half an hour to an hour a day, that's just completely something I want to do, and that's not related to something else. It keeps me sane and going forward.
Even though it is hard, I find that the work is rewarding and that ultimately what we're working for has some sense of purpose.
There's a lot of work that goes into our studies, a lot of pain, a lot of energy, but there's a lot of benefits as well. In the end, I think that there's a lot to be had in the graduate school life, and you just have to keep your eye on the prize.
Reach out to GPSC at gpsc.arizona.edu.